Welcome to Moonlight Truth Studios. I am Mama So. Today we are going into the mother-father-child relationship within the self. Do keep in mind that the mother-father-child relationship can be the figurative aspects that are still literal inside of you relationship of mother father, masculine, feminine, and the inner child. This can also be the mother father or the guardians relationships around you and the conditions of past life or even ancestral. Okay, so it's a lot that can uncover here. For those of you that do not know, I am Mama So. Okay, I am here to connect with those that are ready to face the things that stand in the way of your soul purpose, that stands in your way from you being able to become again into your authentic self. Okay. All that jazz, you know what to do when you come here in the YouTube streets. All the information you need for any personal consultations will be linked down below. My disclaimers as well. Do keep in mind that this is still general. Okay. Okay. This is not a microwave effect. If you only stick around for the first 5 minutes, you're going to miss a whole lot of the message. And then you really don't have anything to equate with, as well as not giving Mama So a chance to channel the messages. Cards communicate, the ethers communicate according to the cards as they fall out. Anywho, so let's put that down. So if this is something that you're interested in, learning your spiritual science, learning, how to cope and deal within your chirons, your wounding, your oppressions or your hidden desires, your hidden truths, this is the space for you. Okay. If you have been looking for your soul retriever or like your mama, your spiritual mama to help nurture you and to help guide you without judgment or being biased, that has gone through some things and some experiences, then this is the place for you. I'm the mama soul for you. Yeah. So, Supreme Creative Source, Ancient of the Ancient Ancestors of our. Y'all do want me to? So y'all don't want me to use these? I thought we was keeping it the same. Come on, catch over here. I have us some mugwort that is burning here on the plate for my protection as well as your protection. I also need for someone to know here that I am here to trigger you, to trigger thoughts or memory, certain memory, okay, that can cause some type of emotional feeling or some type of, you know what I'm saying, inside of you. So pay attention to what your body, radical hope, keep trying to get it off, a promise, a vow. I'm hearing with the dove, some type of vow that could have been made. Let's go ahead into this. The mother. The mother is the feminine energy. It's the element of water. It's the unseen realms. It's also the Cancer energy in all of our natal charts. That is the opposite axis of the father, which is the Capricornus, okay, the masculine parts, well, of our bodies, of taking action in what we stand for, our reputations, our structures. Anywho, that catches me off guard. The negative creator. Let's get these cards out. You're a creator no matter what. The question is, are you creating from fear or truth? Your emotions, your feelings, how you're flowing. Are you flowing? Are you restricted? Are you stunned? Are you blocked? Are there obstacles in the way? Those are negative causes. Effects to certain causes, to the fear. So something within your emotions not being faced, because the way this lightning is striking the mind of the divine feminine within you, the energy of the mother within you, is like the tower, like a strike. It's almost like a little bit of the energy that I just did, where it was about the script, rewriting the script, the narrative. But we're going to go further into that. Let's go ahead and let's let's look at the masculine, the father. Do we want the father next? Love is real. But when I said out loud, do we want the father next? But inside, I said, or the self. The self of you, the individual, would represent the inner child. This is the heart of the self. The mother is looking, negative creator, something that you may have created and maybe you don't trust or believe in its ability. And it says, don't let the past wounds rewrite the truth. And then over here it says, the question is, are you creating from fear or truth? Don't let the past wounds rewrite the truth. Who is this? Is this the masculine or the feminine? I mean, or the self, the child? Child. Yeah, because that made me a little. It's giving me contradiction, and I gotta express this contradiction because it's like the father, literal or figurative, something took place that um don't lose it. Something took place that caused the father to. I lost it. Shit. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Because the contradiction between the child and the father. This can actually be the actual thing of your experience, power struggles or issues with authority. So this can it's the influence of the father, but yet it's like the child. I don't know if I'm making sense here. So it's almost like the child. So maybe the feminine energy within thinks that it's a negative thing in what's been created, but in essence, love is not a myth. It's something that is real. It's something that is pure. So it's like the tainting. Don't let past wounds rewrite the truths. It's almost like don't let your inner child die behind what was going on or what was put or influenced into you. I'm also seeing maybe like someone's mother or grandparent or something, or elder or uncles or aunties could have seen you as a negative situation because of the outcome or certain choices and decisions that you've made or certain things you partake in, whether, substance or, whatever, the men or the women in your choice or, whatever. But, so I had to express that because that's where I'm like contradicted inside. My heart just said in that gas of that air is that this is the heart of the child, that the inner child of you within self. It's like, don't give up. It's like, don't give up. Keep faith alive in whatever this is that is supposed to grow from you and out of you, regardless of how it may feel inside of you. You may think it's naive. You may think, no, that's negative. No, that's not the right way. You may be applying too much logic, you know, into it, because the logic is that lightning bolt going into the feminine energy of the water, setting the limitations instead of letting the waters nurture, you know, to nurture the wound and to nurture the truths, to keep them alive and not be within fear because of the limitations and feeding too much mental thought into, okay, your emotions. That's how I'm getting it. I do desire that you're still here. And if anyone has not told you today, validation trap. This is the father figure. Relationship. It's covered in roses on the head of thorns. Protective. Approval, addictive is the word. But it's a high that always crashes. You'll never feel whole if you're building yourself from borrowed promises or borrowed time. The father figure masculine energy is looking away from the inner child, whereas the feminine energy is actually facing the inner child of you, of that realness of love, of your heart, being able to be warmed, or, from the ice of the cold of the past wounds. And it's almost like, the walk within your everyday world is like you're seeking constant approval. And that's part in what's causing the feminine energy of your sacral and your solar plexus from really being able to feel correctly, feel the difference between the illusion and the reality, the truth and the false, the true and the false, the deceit and the real. So there's a mix up here within the heart of the inner child, within the self. And it's like there's moments when you're high, but then there's moments when, like it says, you come crashing down. And it's like in that moment of crashing down and seeking out the validations, then that's when you go into the sulking within, is this real? It, like the pity parties. How many roses do I see? 6. Serving others outside of self. Serving, that's the validation, looking inward, looking for reputation, looking for those that see you or hear you, instead of looking within the self and to nurture the self, the heart of the self. So what's standing in the way is seeking constant approval, sending negative thoughts into your emotions. Some of these negative thoughts that is in the emotions is creating or causing the body to become filled with disorder and disease. Both eyes are closed. The divine feminine within you really wants to create no matter what. It's like it's holding on, because I'm seeing the desolate, I'm seeing the desert, I'm seeing the dry, I'm seeing the earth. So it's like there's something maybe to ground or connect with earth, but it's almost like it's sure in its earth. Like, no, this is what I want to do. This, I know it's real. It's not fairy tale, but I know that there's something that I have to get over, but I'm not completely sure where it is. Well, I really feel like that it's looking into the people pleasing or constantly feeling like someone needs to please you. Ooh, gosh, I just had to go through that one a few weeks ago myself. Damn. And mine was more within. Mm. in my shadow journey within myself when I was writing letters to my father. I was writing letters to my father, seeking his approval, seeking his love, because the back is turned. Okay. The way that I'm seeing this here on the table, I don't know which way, but it's going walking this way. And I was at a maybe 16, maybe 15, and I was just writing letters to my dad. Rewrite the truth, right? Don't let the past wounds rewrite, but writing, right? So the rewriting the narrative, and I was seeking, like, dad, like, hey, I acknowledge I'm here, like, I'm alive, like, where you at, like, why you not involved doing the daughter father thing, you know what I'm saying? And every time the emotional crash, damn, the emotional crash that I felt within myself, the many tears behind that, the heartbreaks that really left me feel like love and attention is not real. What's the purpose of my existence? And that's part of the pity party that I had to go through. The borrowed praise, it says you'll never feel whole if you're building yourself from borrowed praise, but borrowed time, you know, um, it's not coming in right. So I can identify in this, and I can identify the rage of the negative creations that are created when those type of thoughts and let down and hurt and seeking after the validation or the approval of a man or an authority figure or the father, right? And how it caused me to question everything of myself, of the things that I feel, of the things that I receive within my intuition, making me feel that when I discerned the situation in the first place, that it was wrong. It wasn't right. Allowing my emotions to be manipulated by others as well. Mm, mm, and I'm so, I I'm not sorry, but is that pole? Yeah, that's that pole. I'm wondering where that shadow was coming from. The desolation, the water's not flowing. It's in the desert. I see the tumble in the background. I see the canyons, the clay canyon, the red clay, the dirt. The water is dried. The water is dried. Too much heat, too much fire, too much energy, attention being put into whatever this is that you seek, whatever that gives you this temporary high. And then next thing you know, you're back in the crash and trying to figure out how to bury yourself or get yourself, burrow yourself out of it. Mm. If you're still with me, I appreciate you. All that jazz. Like, subscribe, share, comment, share it with those that it needs to be shared. If this isn't your resonance, this isn't for you, but this is like hitting certain points for you, but it's like you hear somebody else's story and and they like-minded individuals or whatever, share my channel with them, okay, so they can get what it is that they need, so they can really come into looking at some hard truths and what's standing in the way of the relationship of self to become one again within its authenticity, to work and move within one's leadership power of creativity, to evolve. It's almost like this is also giving me a dry labor, like someone experienced a dry labor, whether it was you, your mama, your daddy's mama, your girlfriend, your husband's friend, co-worker, somebody around had a dry labor. Or someone is pregnant and this is to become, to be. leaking sack is what I hear. You can take that literal thing of the woman and you can apply that in the leaky sack to your aura to give you another way to discern how to utilize my messages. It could be the aura, the leaky sack, the pins and holes and seeking the approval, right? Each negative thought that you allow to penetrate into your emotions, into what it is of your creativity, of your creative power, keeps leaching out. And that's why the power within you is trying to hold on. Like, is this shit even real? Like, my purpose and why I'm here, like, is my existence even real? Is it even needed? Yeah, baby, it is. It's needed. It's needed. There's let's put that out. What is the message of the astrological star codes that we need to see here or know, or that may bring some attention into their own personal natal chart? It's flipped upside down. Is there anything else, Supreme? Can we get one more? This is the energy of the mother and child. That's how I was seeing it earlier. So this is what brings this together, kind of. So this can be where your Cancer energy is, to your midhaven. It can come different ways, but yeah. Anywho. The child and the father. What is the energy signature? What is the star code? Come on, y'all. I heard y'all, but I was being persistent in my own way. I was being a little stubborn. Some would call it a little defiant. Take that how that resonates for you in your own individual life. Because they kept saying, go ahead and address first. The sun, the source. Like, yeah, your divine feminine energy wants to create. The co-creator, the divine, wants you to spark. Wants you to begin to take the necessary provisions that is required for you, okay, to come to see the truth and to come to actually face your fears. Yeah. To really face and look within your emotions as well, and how the mind has been feeding you, taking control of you to the point to where there's desolation, there's dryness, there's nothing but hot fire, the sun, the relationship between the two, the desert place, the dry lands, the water. Yeah. Let's get this other card, because I need to pull a tarot card so I can see where the hell this water is. Where this emotion is. It's like I kind of want to see where there's something in the haunted past, deep within this heartbreak, this letdown, something. In that, my mind was giving up. The negative creator. The mind was giving up. Like, okay. And then the cards, the moon, it went from 18 to 19. It's the sun and the freaking moon, the mirror reflection, the masculine and feminine. Masculine and feminine is, yeah, there's the water. Seeking the approvals is draining all of the water, drinking it all up. Oh, I was showing you the 1819. I don't know, 1819. The fire of the masculine and seeking the approvals is drinking all of the water. That's the borrowed praise and not returning anything back into the self. Libra, I feel like this is your advice. Card number 7, balance. It's out of balance. Look, this is the season we in. Cancer. Immersed. Yeah, this is deep. This is deep. There's balance here that is really needed. There's some fairness and this inner child within needs some peace, needs some harmony, for real, needs some recalibrations within the self. Really need to look into the shadows of the self. Really need to look at the fears and truths. And there's also an energy here in the acceptance, because this validation trap is like the acceptance of the good and the bad, the hot and the cold, the difficult and the ease, and not just casting it out and thinking it's supposed to look or be within one way. There's that Virgo energy again. That order. Don't want things messy. Don't want to feel the crash. Don't want to keep things organized. So certain things of the heart and stuff don't want to be exposed or isn't allowed to be exposed. So it goes for outside validation to shut or to drain the power source of the water, and being able to create and to actually experience the energy of love, or to experience the fire, passion, and desire of the inner child within you. And fear, moon is also a space of fear. And the inner child really needs things to get in better cohesion. The power struggle. There's mental power struggles I'm getting here with this headpiece. With this headpiece and this justice, Libra energy. Libra is also of peace, partnerships, contracts. Give me a moment. There's a crosswire between the energy within who this resonates, if you're still here, because the sun energy is over here in the mother, Cancer, feminine, but then the feminine energy is over here with the masculine father, Capricorn energy. And in that one moment, I heard wires are crossed. So it's like there's a misunderstanding of the position of the duties of mother, father, feminine, masculine energy in both male and females, gender. So there's misconceptions around what masculine energy is and what feminine energy is. Okay. Feminine energy is the internal. It's as if it's the space when you go to sleep. When you go to sleep or when you go to meditate. Okay. This is the unseen, the subconscious, the unknown. This is the cosmos. This is the many multi dimensions in where we travel and go. The conscious of the masculine is the awakened, as I am now, recording and communicating this message. It is the endeavors, the deeds, the things that you do with your physical body to fulfill. The creativity of the feminine energy is what is to feed the duties within your everyday. However, there's more to that, but I'm having a moment. But there's a crossfire here or a misfire. I'm having a serious meltdown. Serious meltdown. Oh, it's going to make my candles and everything jump. Put that thing out. Which way do we need to go, Supreme, for this? Ooh. 101 may be significant. Oh, the gateway. The gateway. The Gemini. The portal. The doorway. The two pillars. The sun and the moon. They're opposites. Mm. The individual and others. The opposites. The ascendant and the descendant. The Aries and Libra. What's in those spaces? What house is Aries and Libra? This may be significant in where those misfires or those cross wires are. It's almost like the woman wants to wear the pants and the man wants to wear the dress. I'm still melting. I'm melting. Let's drink some cold water. Misleading. Yeah, the inner child can't fully charge or feel its power, itself, its love, because it's like it's drowning within the wounds of the past because of the misfires in the energy of the masculine and feminine. It's misconceived. There's something misconceived. There's something that may not be true about a father or a mother, literally, but it's also a misunderstanding within the self and the flow of and the use of your energy. And that needs to be recalibrated and judged upon the scale. Yeah, burdens. The fire. It's more fire. That's that desert. You think it's a burden to go and seek out your fears or to seek and find your truths within your heart? You think it's a burden to go within and commune within your moon, to meditate? You think it's a burden to go and learn your spiritual science, or you think it's a burden to do the math, the numerology math, to see what your life path, your soul urge, numbers are? You think it's a burden for you to go, it's taking you away from the external things on the world, the vanity. This validation can be the form of vanity. You think it's a burden to become a devotee to your spiritual healing or to your evolution or to build and gain a new relationship with your inner child so that you can come to rewrite these truths, because now you're able to release the burdens, the trauma, the heartache, to make things easier for you to come into the truth of your essence and the divine and all that is. I heard hogwash. That's why your inner child keeps saying thank you. Ooh, loud and clear. That's why your inner child is saying to you, love is real. Love does exist. Mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy, love does exist. Love is real. Stop telling me it's not. Stop telling me it's not. Stop telling me, no, it's just hurting my heart. It's suffocating my heart. You're giving me mixed signals, right? Trying to set limitations, those fears creating. The question is, are you creating yourself into limitations? Or are you looking at the truths of the many opportunities that your heart and feeling the essence of love to listen to that voice within you, which is your soul, is trying to say? So that it can alchemize to bring truth, to bring harmony, to bring peace. Your inner child is screaming at you, love is real. Love is not a figment of your imagination. There's the tower. There's the fire. Usually the depiction of the tower has lightning. There's the lightning. There's the fire. There's the clay. Negative creator, negative creations. Because the feminine, the emotions don't believe what the inner child, the soul of the heart of you is communicating. That's why the sun is over here. And saying to the masculine in the world that you're doing within your endeavors and your conscious awaken, it's like smoke and mirrors. You're walking in delusion, the illusion within the stuck within the trap of the matrix. I want to know why you're crashing, because you can't find any fulfillment or happiness. If you're still here, I am here to trigger you, to set some fire under your butt, or to give you a different way in looking at this, or maybe an area within your soul's journey or your healing journey, your shadow journey, to start looking into. But your inner child is loud, and some of you keep trying to tune it out. Yeah, because my ear just sound like somebody tried to scramble. What else do we have here so I can come to conclude, Supreme? No, I don't really have no direct answer, question enough into this. I really don't, because this is a mess. Whoever's life or this situation, it's a mess in here. The space is a mess. Lots of distractions and, pushing aside, not listening to that innate part of your soul or your inner child and what it's speaking. Some of you, this is your Chiron that is like so loud, or your Lilith. The world you chase. This is the crash. This is the loss. That's how you perceive. So you keep yourself within seeking, whether addictions, whether approval, whether it's to be praised, recognized. But there's something new that's trying to be offered to you. What is this? I love you, Source. Yes. What is trying to be offered to you is death so that you can be reborn, baby. So that you can be reborn. So that your inner child can be heard, okay? Can be delivered. That's that rewrite the truth. Don't let past wounds rewrite the truth. This is allowing the selves within you of mother, father, child to actually get that circuits right, better understand the positions and the duties of each one and what is required to transmute, what is required to listen within you so that you can actually release and let go of those baggages, of those fears that is really suffocating the heart of you. And I do say, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. If you don't leave a comment, do make sure you hit that thumbs up to help me get through this algorithm so I can build my tribe. It would bring me a great honor and so much joy to get some subscribers, some family members, into the house with me. So yeah, so if you don't leave a comment, leave an emoji, something of that sort, there will be the cancer season playlist and something else will be here as well, whether a video or Gemini's playlist because they're timeless, okay? Because there's some information that still may be in those archives or that data that may be actually ready or there for you now with wherever you're at within your season of your growth. And again, good night.